even though it's a battle between two teams always. You know, Storm, a really lively personality, and Sania as well, so they're probably definitely going to have a little bit of fun in this one.
Gets hit by that first hit bash. Foxy rocking those ones to get ready as Katomi needs to run away.
The
Couple of
battle
runes here. Zai, a little bit of a click off against Fishman, who's quicker. Ooh, Zai got there.
They got 3. Not 4. They've consistently gotten 3 when we've casted them. As we heard the other day, they don't like to get 4. Makes them feel too comfortable. The ideal. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how the lane matchups are going to go. I think that's the biggest thing, I guess, for Entity that I am looking at is how well Storm is able to do, because this is his very signature hero, his OD, versus Nisha on his Zeus. But yeah, looking at a lot of counters, I feel like that Liquid does have in order to deal with this OD, to deal with the Slark, to deal with most of the cores, right? The Drow Gust feels really potent this game. Insania's got his little Shredder to deal with Tombstone, which is, for me, when I look at Entity's draft, the Tombstone is their only actual team fight until way later on for Darkseer to get online.
More often than not, you're seeing the Darkseers max out that surge early to get brought down, what have you. Yeah, it's a very strange looking draft from Entity. And, you know, like she was kind of talking about on the panel, it feels like it's going to be dependent a lot upon Slark just to have a great game of Watson and be involved with his team. Keep an eye on these lanes and how they're working. Mid, obviously, very thin. Both farming. Offlaner struggling a little bit more there. Zai being pushed back by Watson.
Yeah, mid lane's probably the more boring lane to get in this one. OD versus Zeus, so Zeus should be able to get just fine amount of farm here. Free farm. Until we see rotations, so that's the one thing that could change things up, because we do have Foxy. Bigger and Zai.
Hides down in the broken spot. That never feels fair to me.
The waterfall?
Yeah, like what the heck? How do you just get to run down there as a spider? Regardless, Zai playing around it just about perfect. Now the wave in a pretty... Yeah, those rotations going to be something to watch for, and Foxy very comfortable.
He's just been so damn dominant. At bottom, they get the vacuum. Mickey in trouble.
What a bash! Dude! Yo, check this guy's computer. What the hell's going on? That's crazy.
First hit pushes him away. Regen is lacking in the bottom lane. They actually have no tangos remaining on the side of Liquid. Toby and Katomi could perhaps take advantage of this with the dive plays.
Already, the power that you get, not often thought of as one of the big heroes that you pair together with Darkseer, but naturally has ways to stay on target, survive where you otherwise might not be able to, and Fishman, ooh, so ripped. Playing it very close.
Yeah, this is a lane that they can't afford to die in early. It's about dominating those first 3 waves with the Undying plus Slark pick. That's why they opened it up versus the Brood pick, and right now it is looking good. Just have to be careful. As those levels do kick out for Insania and for Zai, it's going to start getting a little bit more difficult.
Subject to back himself. A little bit too low on that HP. Right now, sitting ready to go.
He's got a salve and a clarity coming on Courier, so we'll be able to play aggressive again afterward. Going to on Zai.
Yeah, down low. Does he manage to get out of there? No. First blood for Watson. And, well, pops stick charges, walks away. Fishman's back. All good up top for Entity.
Gotta heal up Watson too, so it doesn't need all that regen. They've got all the mangoes to keep throwing soul rips on him, and now he's got boots as well. I like that he went for the early boots here so he can keep going for pressure onto the Broodmother. And yeah, the lane, this pick, the first 2 is working out beautifully.
And mid, starting to take a little bit of an advantage. Storm. Very comfortable. Already at 20. Nisha has to run on down to Riki.
Actually taking them away. Will Stormstormer make a rotation toward bottom rune to take it away? I think he should try to deny this rune away from Nisha.
Charge for Katomi.
He gets the rune.
Stormers.
Good move. He read the, he saw Nisha moving down bottom. He's also going to be able to take the top rune as well, so denying that secondary fill up onto Nisha. So, all thing off, first 4 minutes, looking excellent here for Entity. And I think that's what they drafted for. It's these 2 lanes.
Right, and you feel like this is something that really has to be getting going for Entity.
Yeah, at least maybe I'm feeling something completely wrong with their lineup. Just no stuns, just looks a little weird. But yeah, I think the lanes are massive for them to come out an advantage. Otherwise, game. Game could get weird pretty quick. Liquid, they've got more team fight, more ways to catch, more ways to distance people from this drought.
Foxy. Put a pressure onto him. Toby. Drow's sort of a weird one.
Middle tower is
Make an
under
all-in
attack.
play when Darkseer gets 6 with the wall, but it's always scary fighting into this lane with that Gust ready.
Yeah, I wonder if he actually maybe skilled into level. Okay, I think I was like, all right, level 5. Sorry. Foxy.
He gets the charge through, the slow
Dyer's
down,
bottom
almost enough for the
tower is under attack.
play. Very nicely by him there.
Adapted Zeus. He's getting his boots first. Yeah, he was waiting for the gold. So that play is going to be able to come back down and bring Mick his items. Storm's really pulling ahead.
Yeah, I think that bottle deny, like you were talking about, really threw him for a bit of a loop there on Nisha, and nobody's died yet. I wonder if they do decide to refill the bottle on the Spirit Breaker now that he's gone.
Radiant's
Each time that
middle
happens,
tower
it's
is
just so
under attack.
frustrating playing against the OD.
I mean, look at his mana. He's just spamming. His max mana just keeps to get reduced down his over. Maybe with the rotation, he could now set up for a kill. Let's see, 6-minute power rune. Charge is coming out from base.
Death tax.
Step back, but no, Nisha, he's going to get given blessed with an arcane rune.
And he's level 6 now. Eyes on the side lanes for that.
That did mean that Katomi coming mid, yes, alone, down bottom, he's getting close to 5, while up top, it's Zai basically still being zoned out pretty heavily by Watson. Full level behind him.
Started to catch back. He almost has his arcane boot to catch up, and then they can spam. Him and Insania can start to slow down the Slark at least a little bit, but Watson's going to be 6 by the time they're able to do that. So
Yeah.
he's going to be able to just dip into the jungle quickly, always heal up from the Shadow Dance. Far, looking pretty good for Entity. Quiet start. See, and Mickey, he did get the point. We're hoping that he would get at 5, so we'll have an...
Double Wraithband already has the gloves too. A lot of spam potential.
Don't give
Out
up,
goes
guys.
Iron
Don't give
Shell.
That
up.
was kind of sus.
Quickly.
No help.
And yeah, I guess
That
the
was
big thing
kinda
to me that I want to see is like what entity wants a good early start that we've seen, because it doesn't really feel like their heroes move around and do that much. I guess Riki with Iron Shell is like the main try and mess around with.
He's going to have to be the big one that does do road. Yeah, with gap closing, right? If he has Ion Shell, he's able to jump on the Zeus. Perhaps they can actually set up onto Nisha. Stormstormer having this great start, his damage is going to be pretty good. Just has to get a couple hacks.
About it, but rejoining the game now, should be back underway in just a couple of moments here.
There we go.
They're underway, and back up towards the Fishman. Try and go back to gold if possible. Very, very even across the board. Main differential just beating that OD top.
Oh, whoopsie. The creep there, not the player.
Oh, yeah.
The creep turned. Why? No, insane. It play. Always have to. Stormstormer has to be a little cautious how he does use these next few astrals, just because of those traps. You could see that charge coming out soon. So
Dyer's bottom tower
hopefully wants
is under
vision down in
attack.
his lane, which he does have. So he already has the prep to see if this charge is going to be coming from the bottom lane. Actually, even covering towards top a little.
Yeah.
They're pinging Nisha. He's got Arcane Rune, so I feel like he's probably telling his team, "Out, let's try to make this move here." But his
There's
mana,
3 bottom.
look at his mana, just keeps getting taken out.
Another hero down here, Snapfire in the area. They could do something, but might have walked kind of close to vision there. Tries to draw, creeps over to him yet again.
Dyer
Another
are
Astral
scanned.
Stormstormer. Just very low.
Oh my god.
Oh!
A little off the mark there from Stormstormer.
It's the heavenly jump. It's that cast
Yeah.
cast time increase. I think he was trying to just perfectly play it there,
Radiant's
but yeah,
top
cast
tower
time
is
slow.
under attack.
Nisha will be able to get away in a wasted ult there.
That is crazy. Yeah, that probably was what it was. Probably cast it at the right time, but you know, this ability exists in Dota for some you know, and we just have to deal with that. We have to live in this world now.
Yeah, he was trying to do math. He was trying to maximize the amount of damage he gets with his right clicks and then get that ult at the furthest possible distance, but Whoopsie.
Played by
Now charge.
and it's a rune up top, the haste.
Get it. Be able to.
That one should be a freebie. And he's queuing up this Midas after the treads, thinking about heading top, but now running back mid here. Yeah.
There's this. He does have a haste though, so he should be fine. But very aggressive Astrals coming up from Stormstormer.
Yeah. Would imagine that at some point Lick might kind of try and come and punish that a little bit.
Haste is running out, so perhaps we can see an option. But yeah, they've covered. They have a ward bottom side. They have a ward top side, so they're always going to see rotations from Fox if he does look for. Now looking to secure Strauss farm a little better. Mickey is level 7, so he does have pretty crazy
Vacuum.
damage. It gets canceled. Pull back.
Iron Shell damage, it's going to be enough. Toby comes on in for the finish. Has level 6 now, so Drow, you can see how far back she's playing in the lane.
Death's
To be
bounty.
really careful if Ricky's off map.
Quiet, slow-paced game here to start. I feel like most of the games we've had explode even pre 10 minutes. This one, slow start.
You know, again, coming into this, the esportsbets.io odds very much into the favor of Liquid, but their lineup is not really one that, I mean, I guess can play around it that well. In some ways, you feel like there is that potential because the Spear Breaker, because of a Zeus ulti, you should be able to find some kills somewhere, but these heroes just not really set up for it yet.
They just covered. Entity's covered their bases. These wards constantly seeing, and then yeah, Stormstormer always has the banishment, of course, to be able to play as Stormstormer. He's got the Midas, so greed is good. Doesn't even go for the treads. He just rushes it a little bit faster.
Fair.
Let's see if they see it. I mean, they're going to see it in a moment here, and they're probably going to then look to accelerate things quite a bit here, I'd imagine. It's another
Oh my
rune.
God.
Goes top.
Again, feels good for him. Ooh, Astral? Trying to do anything. They're thinking about going on to Watson very low. Has to pop ulti and
Foxy.
oh, they drop it. Foxy goes down. So an easy kill there and a missed opportunity onto Slark up top. So all things going pretty well for Entity. It's not a huge gold lead though.
No. They're just playing the lane advantage, this OD pick, plus that
Dire's
Slark and
top
Undying
tower
have
is
done their
under
job
attack.
here, but now the Brood is doing Brood things. Zai, he's hit 7, so now he can actually push Slark completely out of the lane, and they don't have the best heroes to actually go up there. Usually you have some type of Pango, like we have, right, Pango, Legion, Tide, something that just parks themselves in the face of that tower. There's not really that option for the side of
Dire's
Entity. They
top
don't want to
tower
send Toby
is
up
under
there.
attack.
No, not at all. And the other thing is, I mean, first phase Brood overall, you didn't. But they are finding a big old stack of creeps
Dire's
in that
top
jungle.
tower
They want to
is
stop
under
this.
attack.
Entity's like, we do not want to just lose our triple stack to this spider, and they actually push him out.
Not
Radiant's
easy. They're
bottom
bringing
tower
numbers.
is
Find
under
one
attack.
now. Seeing if they can kill off
Dire's top
Insania.
tower is under
Get the
attack.
burn through. Is it going to be enough damage?
is.
Yes, indeed. That Iron Shell so strong.
That's going to be the key to them pretty much making any of these early rotations, like you said earlier, right? The Ion Shell plus Riki are the ones that have to set up pretty much for any of these ganks on the side of Entity. Toby mech is done. Very low
Dire's
mana
top
constantly.
tower
He just
is under
continues to
attack.
just spam his Ion Shell onto the wave. So as for fighting with him, fighting around him, it's still going to be a little farm heavy game.
Much more sit back, try and get into their items, and then for a big one later on there. Foxy
Dire's
clearing
top
through,
tower has
creeps down
fallen.
bottom. It's the lone one left behind as Mickey has decided to head on off to the jungle. Probably
Low.
a good
Yeah, he's low
Dire
level.
are
They're just trying to give Boxy some type of XP bottom. So
Dire's
if
middle
Entity's
tower
punish
is
this,
under
to tell me.
attack.
It's a pretty easy one as the vacuum pulls back in and Foxy is going to get burned
Radiant's bottom
Pretty
tower
simple
is
kill
under
there.
attack.
for Entity.
Radiant
Feels like an
structures
important
are
game for this
fortified.
Riki to get these type of kills too, because his shard is going to be one of the key things that lets them actually initiate and start fights, because they just don't really have that form of initiation easily. Did you get the last hit on him? He got the one on Insane.
Darkseer off to a great start. Already has Guardian Greed close to be done,
Dire's top tower
Dust.
is under attack.
but is running into some mana issues here. Spots Mickey there. Doesn't know if they're set. Has to play it a little bit more safe.
They're starting to ping mid tower. Liquid just wants to start kicking this pace up here. Insania is 6, so he's got the kisses. Stormstormer has to be cautious how he uses this next Astral. They're already starting to rotate more heroes.
Bring numbers. I don't know if he caught sight of Zai, but sees him now. Foxy runs on in. Riki on top of him, trying to burn him down, but the damage is there. Stormstormer falls. Tombstone also already going to be killed off, so Entity, they lose their mid, they lose their 4. To take this tower, they definitely brought everybody.
You can see Stormstormer was hesitant about doing the Astral, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he's like, oh god, if I don't have some type of way, but it actually gets hit by the charge and then I believe bashed immediately afterwards, so Foxy, a little bit more RNG getting into play, but the rotation from Liquid, it's clean.
Feels like, you know, as much as we were talking about how well that laning stage has gone, Liquid were never really that concerned, it seems.
Their lineup, it thrives on team fight. Well, Entities, it still feels difficult for them to team fight until they acquire a lot more items when the Slark starts to feel like he's able to join. And maybe Watson is able to join. He did go for an early Diffusal Blade here. So maybe trying to play around that Ion Shell and get on top of the Drow.
Have the Falcon Blade to go back that way.
Dire's middle tower
Does
is
want
under
some type
attack.
of extra little bit of
Radiant's
mana regen
bottom
and
tower
stats support.
is under attack.
Survivability. The rest of the team comes on down bottom.
We know those ults are on cooldown, the Wrath as well as the Kisses, so
Radiant's
if they can get
bottom
the power,
tower
they will.
has fallen.
Scouting ahead, finds one, but with Nisha in the area,
He's got
telling
Arcane.
me he has to be real careful.
He has an Arcane rune too. They definitely don't want to fight
Yeah,
here.
they got to get the hell out of here.
Dire's top
Maybe
tower
with
is
Watson,
under
like
attack.
being able to run in with ulti.
Radiant's
that
bottom
doesn't-
tower is
scary.
under attack.
Always too scary versus Zeus. That's why they went for that pick there, right? Doesn't matter if your Shadow Dance can still just blap them right through it. So just have to be careful. As yeah, they're starting to feel it feels like the pressure of Zai. They keep drawing the circle around his area. Just feel like we need to somehow take over, or at least push this Brute a little bit and slow him down, because we're gonna lose our tier 2 at some point. We're already taking 700 damage. Zai starts to scout. Like, spiders.
Yeah, dude, nobody's home.
Radiant
These spiders,
scan.
it's almost down to half HP. But Foxy gonna be found here. Iron Shell on Riki, and the vacuum pullback. It's kind of desperate though to get these kills, and Foxy is low, but they have to get the heck out. Oop. Thought about the ulti, but
Cena doesn't connect it with the Scatter Blast. Might have been able to get. Okay, using the Tombstone to farm Ancients. I like it.
okay, nice.
They can't really utilize Tombstone too well, as we saw earlier. Even before Kisses is on, or even before the little Shredder's online, there's just spiders. So that Tombstone's you brought down. So using it to finish up the Ags on Stormstormer, that's gonna be nice. Then he could be way more liberal with his Astrals.
Definitely more plays there, helping out his teammates. Midas back off cooldown. We'll that one in just a moment here, I'm sure.
3 seconds till camp spawns, yeah. Schmidt, and he blocked it.
Dude, Fishman.
He blocked his own OD's camp.
You're off the team.
he's gonna have to go 20 seconds without using Midas or more. That's brutal. It happens. Stormstormer set. But that's gonna be his Ags done.
Top
You know,
tower
unlocking
is
a
under
new
attack.
potential. Oh my god, there's not a creep here either. Or here.
Yo.
Oh no, Stormstormer's like,
Dude.
where's my Midas creep?
My nightmares, literally.
It's been like 45 seconds or something that it's been up.
Gets it now, surely.
He wants to use another siege, probably. Yeah, stop that push.
God, look at the damage onto that tower, though. Like, this is definitely a problem. Zai has been uncontested here.
And Liquid doesn't seem to be too phased about being forced to make any type of move. Just sitting back, waiting for Entity to kind of make the aggressive move onto them.
They don't really have the heroes for that, it feels. They don't want to open with some type of a vacuum play. Maybe Riki can be the one that tries to set the tempo.
When they have the dart, I think that's when Entity can actually look to play a little bit more aggressive. Having no stuns in their draft, you know, they need that stuff. So probably going to let Katomi farm a little bit.
It's in. Right into Zai. Decide to go for him. It is a little bit weird because it feels like they sort of have two different setup abilities, the Astral and the Sleeping Dart. I mean, follow-up feels to kind of be like a Slark or something that way.
Yeah, definitely not the usual that we see, right? Usually it's like Miranda, Riki. That's riddled across SEA, of course. A little bit of a different one coming up from Entity style.
Just 6, slow and steady. Skim completely here, right on top of this ward.
he has to always be paired. This is a scary situation for Undying. He has to always be near one of his cores or he's just likely to die. As Katomi shows his face.
Charge, finds him. Gust, done. Did manage, I think, there to finish his shard, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did, yeah.
But that at least is a nice little pickup for the death.
Trying to work with the stopping charges, perhaps getting on the Drow with the Zeus.
So it's done.
Wait, of course, a fight. Safe later.
Preds are completed for the OD, and trying to figure out what it is that for on Entity to make an aggressive move, or does anybody really even want to?
Looks like this is just gonna, I think we're in for a bit of a slow one, where everybody's just, I mean, it's 18 minutes, we only have 9 kills. One of them's a deny.
Dire's top tower.
The top tower, Zai gets it. He's unlocked. Big opening now. And they also, of course, get the throw bow from the Drow, so Mickey gonna be incredibly happy.
I saw one of those on Dire too, right now. Step. Yeah, Zag's done. And I will say that, you know, we don't talk that much about OD. Is there any value in that, you know, ult coming out later against the Drow as Watson gets on a little bit here?
He's charged, and he probably knows it. It is from base, though, so he'll distance. So, the OD, you know, they're gonna itemize for BKB, and he also is playing into Gust, which is always gonna be a bit complicated, and he's gonna be playing into Silken Bola. So that's one of the things I think people sometimes do forget, how annoying Groot is. He just throws his Bola, and you have 55% misses. So, as a hero like OD, that's really, really annoying. You never really can itemize, besides BKB, to deal with it. So for him, game does feel like it could get a little difficult if they don't have a way to protect him easier. Perhaps now ready to strike. With himself a little bit more aggressively, Boxy.
Right into him. Stormstormer gets the Astral. Zai moving into position. The silence is there. Katomi in trouble. Going to die again.
And the Tombstone just gets farmed by spiders as well.
That happens so quickly there.
And there's a DD. They could potentially look to set up for a situation around Roche. No Tombstone. It's gonna go in. He gets the bottle given to him from Nisha as well too. Now, Entity, how do they approach this? They need to use the Dark Seer at its maximum. They need to have the double ion shells going if they even want to try to contest, but I don't think they make it there in time.
The other problem is he only has 3 right now in vacuum. And wall has already been used. So yeah, there's no way they can come in and fight this. This is a free Roche.
Yeah, free Roche for the Drow. And that's going to give a good blanket for Mickey to probably farm and finish up BKB, which is incredible this game versus that OD.
You can see, though, a very close one. Dota Plus, at least, feeling like it can go either way. I mean, talked about sort of the late game potential and how strong Liquid's going to be. Are there anything that sort of holds you back at all with it? Or, I mean, I guess not, because I think it's starting to get attacked here. He's in with the Ion Shell, and Vacuum paired together with it kills off all those spiders.
Oh, that would be a tribute.
Lens. I'm looking to just play super far back in the fights. Does mean not going to go for BKB until a very long time from now. Does make it a lot harder for them to actually ever take a 5v5 engagement or anything like that. Perhaps that's just not what they're looking for at all this game. Just looking to try to split map and just get that farm so they can scale into like super late gamers. Fine going in those later stages.
Yeah, I mean, particularly Boxy here, like he's getting towards. Get a super farm spear breaker, like terrifying.
Versus Slark and OD, absolutely. He can charge right through them. Sure, you're gonna be able to astral him, but he's got bulldoze on. So
Dire's middle tower is under
another
attack.
arcane rune. Nisha, the dart.
Behind is Watson, finds him right on top. They're starting to beat him down to death. This is going to be enough damage. Nisha just drops him down, and now Boxy trying to get away. They have the kisses from the other side. Wait for that perfect timing, but the vacuum the wall pulls back onto 2, but their Slark is already gone.
Stormstormer just can't approach the fight. He has to just play very careful.
Does have a save ready for him. They have the pipe completed now. Trying to do the damage that they need to from Mickey. Saves him for the moment, but I think that in the end, it's just going to be the dead fish man.
Ooh, they do get Nisha, but it's quite a commitment, losing 3 heroes.
I don't consider myself the best player.
That was A little bit of a rough one there for Entity.
And this was actually before the 4-step, I believe, was done, if I saw correctly on Insania. Or Insania got himself also in a weird spot. He got stuck on the cliff there, but if they had 4-step, I think perhaps they can even save Nisha there, because he tried to cookie, but he was under the cloud. Then he got astraled on Insania, so he couldn't actually cookie to save him. But if he had 4-step, it doesn't matter if you clouded, he could have potentially gone for that save.
There onto the fighters. Back to defend. This seems get a little bit dicey.
Radiant are scanning.
It's a grab. Mickey also grabbed.
Right on top. See, they have enough. Actually turn their sights instead over to the side. Finding Mickey, pulls him back in with the vacuum. The Iron Shell damage. The cookie forward. Right on top of the Darkseer. Silence, but the rundown, it's going to be enough to kill him once. Toby tries to run away. The other side of the fight's getting a little bit spicy. His eye is on top of Fishman. He's going to go down. So they burn through the Aegis, and it doesn't cost him a ton.
So I'm actually surprised that the Darkseer ends up living a little bit of a missed cookie there from the Snapfire, putting him into range of that Ion Shell as Boxy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lotus Orb for his eye. So now they already have that counter versus that Sleeping Dart. They're going to be able to dispel it at all times.
That's really nice for them. Takes away one more avenue of this situation.
Stormstormer is so low right now. He's getting scouted by spiders. This is a scary position to be in.
Charges there.
With the Lotus.
Lotus gonna save himself. Watson up on the high ground. Spots a couple. Stormstormer in trouble. Has to save himself again. Toby is right nearby. Does have type at 5 seconds, but Stormstormer backs away very low, trying to take up the damage. So is the rest of the team. Katomi hiding off and has a really good cloud down. Vacuum back. Nisha low but not dead.
Regen, he's gonna pull back up. I can't believe everybody on Entity lives. They dropped so low.
What the hell?
1 or 2 more connections from the Drow, and they actually might detonate, because he did go for, we did talk about it, but he got the hypothermia way earlier. He bought that shard right after every hurricane. Like, very close to one of those heroes exploding.
Under attack.
It's looking really hard for Entity.
Yeah. I think this is just, the best vacuum target that you have is, in the Riki Cloud. Really tough to make things work when you get stuck in one spot.
Lack of stuns. It's starting to be kind of glaring there. Catch onto these two squishier backlines on Liquid, perhaps it would be good, but it's not giving them the chance.
Watson, he has gone for this Aghanim Scepter build, so much more about poking, prodding, it feels like. Next going into that BKB. Did he come up with a few answers here into how they take these?
Blink now also on Storm. Easier way to jump in with his Slark.
Round right now. Storm.
Very aggressive.
The imprisonment on Nisha. Charge is heading through. Boxy.
Nimbus.
Next now, but a save. He's still going to get hit when he comes out of this. Tell me, it's like he's going to find them. Farm up.
Maybe enough finished on Drow. Much easier way to be able to fight toe-to-toe versus OD. He's also 18 on Drow now, so level 3 marksmanship is online. Stormstormer only 16, Watson only. Secondary smoke, they really want to try to fight and take advantage of some of these. There's no tombstone available.
Back wall is ready to go. They find one right at the start. Toby looking for his opening. Has Watson nearby. Zai is there.
Big charge.
They have it catch. The vacuum wall, it's only onto the Brood though. Not nearly good enough. Fishman, he's going to go down, and the rest of Entity have to back out.
Awkward. They try to force them. They don't have tombstone or anything. They're really trying to force this engagement, but Liquid just claim high ground. They want to take the fight afterwards. Very prepared.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Back away
attack.
now.
Radiant
This Liquid team just feeling so much more capable of taking the fights with less.
I've never tasted such divine.
Scan was successful, catching onto the OD.
There you go. Will they spot the rest of them? There are still a lot of Entity members nearby.
So scout.
Find one. It's on to Slark. Watson looks fine for the moment. Stormstormer, some trouble, heads out of the Nimbus. Kisses coming through with Boxy right on top of them. Toby moving into position to save. They turn now. Vacuum wall. No, he doesn't have the wall. It's just a vacuum. Toby doesn't have anything. Boxy is going to be able to live through that one. Nisha, they're right on top of this Slark. And Watson has to jump out. Katomi doing a good job interrupting these fights of the Cloud. It's again only going to be that Undying going down.
Again, Anthony somehow getting away from this engagement that Liquid's trying to commit onto them. Stormstormer's Astral is really nicely done to be able to distance it. Watson. Long.
Fights have been super bizarre. I keep on coming away feeling like Liquid is about to completely wipe Entity, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it feels almost a bit like super fortunate, really, for Entity, the way that Stormstormer can play the tree lines there. If he dies at the start there, they probably just get 3-4-0 wiped. So. Positioning for Storm. Without having this BKB or anything. I mean, he's still not going for it either. He just has Blink, Ags, Lens, and he's queued up the Hex.
Dire's bottom
up with
tower
Drow
is under
very
attack.
well.
Watson.
Is on top of him. Toby nearby. And with the rest of the team showing up, is it going to be enough? Yeah. Greaves, he gets out of there. But he goes silence. And yeah, this is Toby now in some trouble. Doesn't have anywhere left to go. They take down the Riki. Fishman's going to die too. That is the fight Liquid have been waiting for.
30 seconds for the Roche as well. If they're still set up in the area, they're going to probably set those wards up, and it's going to continue to be really difficult for Entity to really pose any type of chance to fight in this area. Pre-BKBs, it just really feels like they can't go into this drought.
Everything up. Let's see the replay of this one. Watson out a bit too far and gets punished, and get Watson out without himself.
Dire's middle tower.
Man, you can't ask for a better Gust. It's right after Greaves was used, right? So yeah. Gusted, they're all kind of stuck in place. That's kind of the Roche yet, though. No more fighter in there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Back alive now. They don't have vision on that side of the map, really, except for on.
They just still haven't scouted it. They could just...
Tania sees it now.
And they get a hit. Really playing versus what's like literally 0 stuns. He's gonna be able to distance himself immediately. Big A also hitting level 20 now, so the multi-shot damage even higher. Yeah, that's an Aegis, that's a Shard.
I will say that Nisha's definitely been shut down a lot more this game than we've seen in the past. It's been up to the other members of Liquid to try and sort of right the ship here a little bit, which they've been able to do quite well.
Yeah, I think they're feeling really good. 10k gold lead, they've gotten both Roshans. Still not feeling when Stormstormer can actually, like, he's keeping up in farm, right? And he does have these great saves that he's been able to do, but when's he going to be able to actually go into a fight and make this big explosive hit? Feels pretty hard for him.
God, I've never seen
Have you seen the bug that happens with it?
Oh, yeah.
It continues to roll and you actually become a ball of dirt and it takes up your whole,
get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it literally takes up the entire screen.
That's awesome.
I don't know what causes the bug. I tried to figure it out yesterday. Liquid, with this next Roche, with that Roche, is also picked up the gem. Foxy has BKB, so Foxy kind of charge in and pick any target that he wants to go for. Time and time again, now it's just even.
Head on over here and shout the wave. Buddy to main. But he's here.
Stuck in the base. Spider scouting, Foxy scout.
Smoke up from them, and they're going to try and head out now and reach a bit of the map.
Watson has his beat. Jump in and
Dire are scanning.
Finally enough for them. Tommy heads on over.
It's about to be a hex for Zai finished it. Could catch them off guard.
Watson, the smoke breaks, he finds one. There's the stun. Backs away. Puts back in. Oh, the vacuum wall onto 3. Is it going to be good enough, though? They really don't have a follow-up at all. Nisha getting gone on by Toby, but for the low ground, Big A keeps hitting him. A save for the moment, keeping that Darkseer alive with the charge coming through. Still in the astral plane.
They don't lose anybody.
It again works out for them okay. Like, eventually, the initiation where you catch 3 heroes with your big combo, it like needs to do something.
They just don't have, there's no follow-up, right? There's literally there's no way to stun them, control, and they just waltz out right after that vacuum comes up. Liquid, all healthy to still fight. A lot committed from the side of Entity. I mean, that's the BKB for Watson. Now that Hex is finished for Brood, so an extra element that could just be by Stormstormer. Stormstormer's just gonna die in one Hex.
Back away there as the Sleeping Dart is out, and mind control onto him, not gonna do anything. Yeah, these fights looking very weird when there's no stuns in the game. We have Blink now done for the Darkseer. Can find these big combos, but they need, I guess, to get this Aghanim Scepter online for him to actually sort of have some type of solo killing potential or what have you with the normal.
Falling for the... I'm waiting to see which one he actually commits. I feel like he needs to be there for the Darkseer. Liquid. Let's catch Watson.
Him for a moment, they try and take down. And this will do just that. So immediately dies.
They get the Astral. It actually gets reflected, the Lotus.
Careful about this. Stormstormer, the Hex, they're right on top of him. The Force Staff trying to keep him alive. The Lotus damage coming out from Drow.
They call it.
They're done. My goodness. All it took was one.
Now I'm a little bit more confident with how I was feeling, I guess, at the start of the game.